Good morning. Welcome to a meeting of the House Finance Committee. We will start with our senior committee legislative assistant calling the roll. Lori Smith.
Chairman Samuelson,
Here.
Rep. Abney, Rep. Cepeda Freites, Rep. Fleming,
Vote by designation.
Gallagher,
Vote by designation.
Guauer,
Vote by designation.
Harris,
Vote by designation.
Inglis,
Vote by designation.
Kudrowski,
Vote by designation.
Rab,
Also vote by designation.
Scott,
And vote by designation.
Venkant,
Vote by designation.
Waxman, Webster. Chairman Griner,
Here.
DeVanzo, Fritz, Gatos,
Vote by designation.
Jones,
Vote by designation.
Kephart, Kutz,
Vote by designation.
Mako, Rossi, Rinkavich, Stambaugh,
Vote by designation.
and Stender.
Vote by designation.
Thank you. All accounted for, and I realize I picked a very busy morning. In fact, one of our members has 4 different meetings going on at the exact same time, so I know that we have a lot of vote by designations. I'd like to start with our agenda. The first bill is my own bill, House Bill 32, concerning the life insurance death benefit exclusion from the property tax rent rebate. Do I have a motion to bring up House Bill 32? Motion by Representative Johanna Cepeda Freitas. Second by Representative Griner. We had a brief discussion with the Deputy Secretary of Revenue last time, and this is my bill. I've had it for several years. When you sign up for a property tax rent rebate, you do not have to count the first $5,000 of your life insurance. Many people might have a modest life insurance of $10,000 or $12,000, and that extra amount could put somebody out of the program. I believe we have not adjusted this in about 30 or 40 years. We did change it on the PACE and PACE-Net program back in 2003, so that has been $10,000 for the last 2 decades. So my bill would just raise it from $5,000 to $10,000. You don't have to count the first $10,000 of any kind of life insurance or death benefit. Do you have any other discussion on House Bill 32? Are there any negative votes on House Bill 32? House Bill 32 passes unanimously. Thank you. The next bill is House Bill 1072, sponsored by Representative Johanna Cepeda Freitas. Do I have a motion to bring up House Bill 1072? Representative Webster and Representative DeVanzo. And I should have said it's sponsored by Representative Johanna Cepeda Freitas, Representative Eric DeVanzo, and myself as the 3 prime sponsors. Can I call on the executive director of our committee, the senior executive director, Mark Foreman, to give a summary of the bill?
House Bill 1072 would allow the Department of Revenue to pay PTR claims as soon as practicable.
Thank you. I want to give an opportunity to the prime sponsors, Representative Cepeda Freitas, Representative DeVanzo. Representative Cepeda Freitas.
Sure. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. So HB 1072, super simple. It would allow for our recipients of the property tax rent rebates to receive their rebates prior to July 1st, given financial uncertainties of a lot that a lot of our seniors, widows, and folks with disabilities are facing. These rent rebates or property tax rent rebates would come at a time when people are in desperate need of some type of financial relief. So I thank my co-prime, my colleagues who co-primed on the bill. I know that at the Finance Committee hearing of March 26th, the Department of Revenue reported that more than 522,000 rebate applications were processed, and $319 million $319 million were sent to our PA residents, providing them with the much needed relief. And amongst those, 106,000 were first time filers. So we know that this is a very crucial program that we offer our seniors, widowers, and our community members with intellectual disabilities. So I am encouraging all members to please vote in favor. I should also add that this passed in last session's Finance Committee, it passed unanimously out of the House. So thank you again, and I look forward to the support.
And Representative Devanzo?
Okay, here we go. Yeah, thank you, Chairman. Just real quick, I want to thank the other two prime sponsors. This is really, in my opinion, just some common sense legislation. These folks are some of our vulnerable population. They really need this money, and the sooner, the quicker we can get it into their hands, the better off that they are. So I support this, and I appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you. I will also offer a quick comment. The parallel I use is when you send in your Pennsylvania tax return, and if you're due a refund, the Department of Revenue processes your paperwork, and then they send you the refund as soon as the paperwork is processed. With the property tax rent rebate, historically, they get the rebate applications, they process your paperwork, and then they wait until July 1st to send the money. So the Department of Revenue has the capability to send the checks as soon as everything is documented. And so I agree with Representative Cepeda-Freitas and Representative Devanzo that get the money in the hands of the recipients as soon as possible. It was done once before during the pandemic. In 2020, the rebates were sent out early, so the Department of Revenue has the capability, and they testified 2 weeks ago that they can handle this responsibility. So I urge a yes vote. I do want to offer an amendment, though. I have my own amendment. I'll call on Representative Rossi. Let's have the discussion on the bill, and then I forgot to add in the amendment. Representative Rossi.
I just want to add a quick comment. Why this is good is a lot of constituents come in that are elderly, and often what we see is we file this in February, and by July, some of them have passed, and when they get their check, if it's not direct deposit, the family can't cash it. So I'm in support of this bill, and that's a big reason why.
Thank you, and I appreciate Representative Rossi saying a lot of the rebates are filled out in February and March, so we could send those early in the springtime, and I think this is going to be a huge improvement. I should state for the record that this bill, if it would pass and become law, would be effective next year. This year's rebates in 2025 will still have that July 1st date, but we're hoping to change it for the next round a year from now. Are there any other members who want to comment on the bill in chief? Then I want to offer an amendment. I'm offering this amendment in case Representative Cepeda-Freitas and Representative Devanzo have better luck than me. If your bill moves in the House, I would like the bill we just voted to be added as an amendment about the $10,000 life insurance exemption. That is the subject of Amendment 302. Do I have a motion to bring up the Samuelson Amendment? Representative Fleming, second by Representative Cepeda-Freitas. Same discussion, raising the $5,000 life insurance exemption to $10,000. Any other discussion on the amendment? Any negative votes on the amendment? House Bill 1072 has been amended unanimously. And any last opportunity to comment on House Bill 1072, the bill in chief as amended? Are there any negative votes on House Bill 1072 as amended? House Bill 1072 as amended passes unanimously. We have one other voting item on our agenda. Representative Carol Hill Evans has a resolution to recognize April as Financial Literacy Month in Pennsylvania. Do I have a motion to bring up Resolution 120? $10.72 passed unanimously. There were no negative votes on 1072. You guys are magic. The dream team. What? Representative Greiners bringing a motion, and Representative Fleming. Kephart is the second. Any discussion on Resolution 120 by Representative Carol Hill Evans? We'll move to a vote. Are there any negative votes on Resolution 120? Resolution 120 passes unanimously. And we were going to have a discussion today on the Pennsylvania lottery and a request to lower the profit margin on the lottery, in the lottery fund language in order to allow extra revenue. I had the director of the revenue, the director of lottery, Drew Slivko, lined up to testify. However, we are having technical difficulties. Uh-oh. We can pause for about 30 seconds if we can get that testimony. I wanted to give the committee members a chance to ask about this legislation. We've lowered the profit margin in the past from 27% to 25% and so on. And when the request comes through from time to time, a lower guaranteed profit margin allows sales, additional sales of products like the scratch-off tickets. And ultimately, the overall revenue is greater for the Pennsylvania Lottery. But I wanted to have the director of the lottery testify so we could ask him questions. Okay. I'm told we're almost up and okay. I'm going to wait about a minute. If not, we'll have the testimony later. And I know we have several places to go, but thank you very much for the committee members for attending. Our technical difficulty has been going on in the Capitol since 9:30 a.m., so we may not be successful, but let's give it one more minute. I should mention the topic, a bill that would accomplish the change with the lottery has been sponsored by Representative Schusterman, House Bill 1058. So if you'd like to take a look at that in the next 2 weeks, what I might do is invite Drew Slivko to attend our meeting the week of April 22nd, April 23rd, April 24th. All right, we're still having technical difficulties. I'm going to adjourn the meeting and invite Drew Slivko to testify at our next meeting in 2 weeks. I thank all the members of the Finance Committee for attending today.